Today is my topic is human ear. Myself Lokesh Sharma. I am from group 317. The human ear is made up of three parts: the outer part and the middle and the inner part. The outer ear consists of the pinna, which serves as protection for the delight inner parts of the ear, and the external auditory meatus, the ear canal, which collects sound and directs it towards the eardrum. The shape of the pinna also helps detect where sounds are coming from in the vertebral plane. It is the above or below the ear. The middle ear is an air-filled cavity located in the temporal area of the skull. It consists of the eardrum, the tympanic membrane, the ossicles, and the Eustachian tube. The tympanic membrane is concave with an area of between 60 and 90 millimeters and an average thickness of just 7 hundredths of a millimeter. It is very rich blood supply. Sound waves enter the ear canal and strike the tympanic membrane, setting it in the motion. The louder the sound, the more the membrane moves. The middle ear contains three small bones known as ossicles. These are connected by in a chain across the middle ear from the tympanic membrane to the entrance of the cochlea called the oval window. The ossicles are called the malleus and the incus is avil and the steps is strips. The handle of the malleus is attached to the tympanic membrane and the base of the steps known as the steps footplate slits loosely in the oval window of the cochlea, held in place by the annular ligament. The tympanic membrane vibrates in response to sound and the eardrum moves the malleus, which in turn moves the incus. And then the steps footplate of which moves in it out of the oval window. The transfer the energy to the endolymph fluid. The inner ear has two distinct portions: the vestibular portion concerned with balance and the auditory portion, the cochlea, which is connected with the hearing. The vestibular portion is made up of three semicircle canals. Each canal has swelling at one end, the ampulla, the two membranous sacs, and utricle and the saccule. They contain fluid and sensory cells which move in response to head movements and travel to indicate the body status. The vestibular system works in conjugation with these eyes, and the receptor cells in the joints of the body continuously maintain our balance. The cochlear appearance is a coiled tube in the shape of a snail's shell. It is wrapped around the ocutis portion of the auditory canal. It is unreal and cochlear. It will be about 35 to 40 millimeters long. It is split into three distinct portions known as the scala vestibuli, scala media, and the scala tympani. The scala vestibuli and scala tympani contain perilymph fluid. The scala media contains endolymph fluid. The resinous membrane separate the scala vestibuli from the scala media, and the basilar membrane separate the scala media from the scala tympani. Along the basilar membrane and are two types of sensory cells, hair cells called the outer and the inner hair cells. These are arranged in their rows according to the frequency or pitch of sound they detect, and covered by the tracheal. Each hair cell has teeny hair projections called stroecula attached to them. The sound energy transferred to the cochlea. The basilar membrane vibrates up and down, causing the outer hair cell stroecilia and shear the tectorial membrane above. This shearing action causes the stroecilia to bend, which opens the ion gates, leading to chemical changes and the result electrical change inside their cells. These changes make a neural impulse which travel along the auditory nerve to the brain and which is interpreted as sound. The complex mix of physical, chemical, and mechanical process occurs almost instantly and create our perception of the sound